That's fine.
So when you heard, what was your opinion of Wayne's response?
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was trash. It wasn't good. Yeah, it wasn't good. Man, I look at all of that as and all of that energy as still showing the effects of what it is that I've done.
Wayne.
Well, you tweeted about it. Said, all y'all acting like y'all cool with how they playing it for the Super Bowl. Shaking my head. The most cultural city in the USA, New Orleans, to smack in the face to every hip hop legend from Louisiana, Master P, Birdman. This shows they never wanted y'all to kick in the door in the first place because they still trying to lock it.
The rap game just hit a whole new level of mess, and I mean mess with all caps. Pusha T is out here dropping absolute bombs, claiming that Lil Wayne allegedly put up $1 million bounty to shut down Kendrick Lamar. And honey, that's not even the wildest part. Apparently Wayne went and hired a whole hitman to make it happen. Like, are we living in a movie right now? If you thought rap beefs were just about throwing clever bars back and forth, child, think again. This drama is serving a straight-up HBO series realness, and we're about to break down every single juicy detail of what's really going down behind those velvet ropes. And let me tell you how this whole situation exploded. It all traces back to what might be the messiest Super Bowl drama we've seen in years. Back in September, when they announced Kendrick Lamar as the headliner for the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show in New Orleans, it wasn't just some regular announcement, it was the match that lit this whole powder keg. While Team Kendrick was popping champagne bottles and celebrating this massive W, Lil Wayne's supporters were literally fuming. And honestly, we get it. New Orleans is Wayne City, period. The absolute audacity of not choosing their hometown hero for this moment, especially considering everything Wayne has done for hip-hop and the cultural...
I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love and the support out there. Your words turn into arms and held me up when I try to fall back.
Y'all, when Wayne finally broke his silence about this, it was absolutely heartbreaking. In this raw, emotional Instagram video that had us all in our feelings, he literally poured his soul out. That hurt a whole lot. I thought there was nothing better than that stage and platform in my city. The pain in his voice, devastating. This wasn't just Wayne being dramatic about missing a performance opportunity. This cut deeper than a paper cut on your soul. We're talking about decades of dedication to the game, about legacy, about respect. Watching the King of New Orleans bare his soul like that. Chile, pass me the tissues.
That hurt. Hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about, it hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position.
And let me tell you what happened next, because the drama just kept escalating. Wayne's loyal subjects weren't about to let this disrespect slide. They went absolutely nuclear on social media, dragging the NFL and Jay-Z, who co-produces the halftime show, for doing their king dirty. The internet was literally on fire, with fans defending Wayne's honor and calling out what they saw as a straight-up betrayal of hip-hop royalty. But hold on to your wigs, because this drama was about to get even spicier. Kendrick, being the calculated genius he is, took this whole situation straight to the studio. On his surprise album GNX, specifically the opening track Waxed Out Murals, he dropped these loaded bars. Used to bump the Carter 3. I held my Raleigh chain, proud irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Now the internet exploded trying to decode this. Some people were like, oh, he's showing respect to Wayne, while others saw the subtle shade lurking between those lines like a snake in the grass. This wasn't just any old verse. This was Kendrick masterfully weaving this whole Super Bowl situation into his narrative, talking about how success can create these devastating rifts between the OGs and the new school. But Wayne, baby, he wasn't buying what Kendrick was selling. His cryptic post on X threw straight gasoline on this fire. Let this giant sleep, I beg you all, but I shall destroy if disturbed. The internet literally lost its mind, and just when we thought this situation couldn't get any more dramatic, who should pop up with some explosive tea but Pusha T? Now everyone knows Push has never exactly been president of the Lil Wayne fan club, but what he revealed in this interview? Chill, He dropped this nuclear bomb about Wayne supposedly putting out $1 million bounty on Kendrick.
I didn't like it for that type of record.
Response, right?
Yeah, like it wasn't.
Gotcha.
It wasn't that, and I didn't feel like in all honesty, man, I haven't said anything about it because I didn't think it was like good enough to respond to.
Now, for those who need some historical context, because this tea has been brewing for years, let me take you back to the early 2000s when this beef between Push and Wayne first started simmering. The whole mess kicked off over some unpaid production work by Pharrell for What Happened to That Boy. The disrespect of it all had consequences that are still rippling through the industry today.
I don't. There's no bars on this album.
Yeah, I was looking for that too.
Nah, man.
I was looking for
what? My album is flawless.
Right.
Without it.
Right.
Things really popped off when Wayne decided to rock that Billionaire Boys Club gear in his Hustler music video after being specifically told not to. The nerve, the audacity, the disrespect. Pharrell and Clips took that personally, as they should, and honey, they clapped back with Mr. Me Too, basically calling Wayne a whole style biter. Of course, Wayne wasn't about to let that slide. He came back swinging, claiming he made those brands poppin' in the...
I'm coming for
But
you.
I don't care. I don't care what they forget. Like, I don't care. Like, bro, like, for real. Like, just being totally honest. I don't give a fuck.
Fast forward to the 2010s, and Push switched his target to Wayne's protege Drake. Remember that iconic moment in 2018 when Push dropped the story of Adidon? Baby! That wasn't just a diss track. That was a whole exposé. He revealed Drake's secret child, and the internet nearly crashed from the shockwaves. The precision of that takedown was so surgical, doctors were taking notes. So when Push decided to jump into this Kendrick drama, we weren't exactly shocked, but we were absolutely living for it. The way Push and Kendrick share that anti-Drake sentiment, it's like poetry written in shade. But wait, because Joe Budden came through with even more scalding tea. According to Joe, Wayne actually tried to reach out to Kendrick after hearing GNX, but Kendrick, straight to voicemail, honey, the shade of it all. Joe broke it down saying, "If I'm calling you rapper to rapper and you don't answer, that's a sign you got until I step in the booth to hit me back."
This album sounds good though, so far.
Sounds incredible.
It sounds good so far. What was the last track we played?
Hard Part 6. Which
All
was
right,
late in the album.
All right, I'm just going through the lineup.
Yeah,
Squabble up. Let's hear it.
And the tea Joe spilled wasn't just hot, it was third-degree burn levels of scalding. He revealed that Wayne's attempt to reach Kendrick wasn't just about clearing the air. It was about sending a message. And Kendrick's silence? That just made Wayne more determined to defend his throne and his legacy.
I am hearing that somebody went in the studio after they heard this album.
I wonder who that would be.
I'm hearing that
Joe gave us the exclusive inside scoop on Wayne's mindset when he feels disrespected, and child, it is not pretty. This whole situation had fans clutching their pearls, wondering what Wayne might do next. The tension in the air is so thick, you could cut it with a diamond-encrusted chain.
Lil Wayne has allegedly recorded a diss track aimed at Kendrick, and I'm concerned. According to Joe Budden, Lil Wayne attempted to reach out to Kendrick after GNX dropped, but Kendrick never picked up the phone, so Lil Wayne went in the booth.
The behind-the-scenes drama is absolutely suffocating. Both rappers are digging their heels in deeper than a stiletto in wet cement, and we're all just waiting for the other designer shoe to drop. Wayne's been spotted in the studio, and you know something explosive is cooking in that pot. But hold on to your edges because the Young Money camp isn't staying quiet about any of this. Nicki Minaj and Birdman have entered the chat, and baby, they are choosing violence. Nicki went off on social media dragging Jay-Z for filth. She wrote, "Your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne the GOAT." And that was just the appetizer. Miss Minaj served a whole feast of shade when she started comparing how the industry treats its icons differently. She brought up how Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent perform at the 2022 Super Bowl, and the way she put it, brutal. She tweeted, denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego, and followed it up with, "Nola, what's good? Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out a white man's sad house ninja tings." The queen wasn't done either. Nicki reminded everyone about Wayne's role in her success, spilling the piping hot tea about how he took her and Drake on tour before any contracts were signed. He was on all of my Mix Me tapes while no papers signed, she revealed, showing just how deep this loyalty runs.
Make some noise for the man that single-handedly changed my life!
And don't think Birdman was going to sit this one out. He came through with a whole sermon, calling out the entire industry for not giving Wayne his flowers and dragging the NFL through the mud for their disrespect. While Drake might be keeping it relatively low-key, everyone knows where his loyalty lies. Young Money is standing united in defending their leader. Meanwhile, Kendrick's over here keeping his cool like a cucumber in a freezer, staying focused on his craft and that upcoming Super Bowl performance. But with all this drama swirling around like a Category 5 hurricane, chilly, we're all just holding our breath waiting to see what happens next. Will Wayne drop that rumored diss track that's supposedly going to shake the industry to its core? Is Push telling the truth about that bounty, or is he just stirring the pot for the drama? The entire rap game is on the edge of its seat. Don't forget to drop those thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button like it owes you money, and hit subscribe for more piping hot tea. And if you're thirsty for even more drama, check out our next video about Drake exposing UMG's shadiness in the music industry. Trust and believe you don't want to miss this tea-spilling session.